Hey kids, today we're talking about open tunings, just intonation. Right now this acoustic guitar is in open G, and it's in pure tuning, which means that the fifths are tuned to harmonics, and the major third is also tuned to a harmonic. So the tuning in open G is D, G, D, G, B, D. And you may have found how to tune fifths pure. I guess I'll just walk through this tuning. So I would personally tune this tuning all from the D string, because my D string is probably in tune from standard tuning, and also because it's easy to take that string from a pitchfork, because that frequency at the 7th fret harmonic of the D string is A440. So you can take it from a pitchfork and proceed from there. And then I would tune everything from that. Or I guess it would be more accurate to say I would tune the G's from that and go from there. So if I start from that 4th string, what I would do is play the 12th fret harmonic on the D string, and then match the 7th fret harmonic on the 5th string to it. It would be in standard tuning an A, and now you lower it a whole step to a G. And you can hear it's just a little bit out. Very slow beating. So I'm just going to stretch the string and see what happens. Pretty good. I'm going to live with that. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing to tune the G string as I would in standard tuning, which is play the 5th fret harmonic on the D string and tune the 7th fret harmonic on the G string to it. Okay, great. Now I've got G, D, G in tune. Let me tune my low D. That's a little out. I'm going to stretch the string. Now it's wobbling more. You can hear that beating. So we know that it got more out of tune when I stretched it. It's farther away. Now it's like that. It's very slow beating. It's harder to get this string in tune than the rest of them because of the string tension is so low on it. I'm going to call that close enough. And then I'm going to tune my high D as well. Play the 12th fret harmonic on the 4th string, and then play the open D string to it. Sometimes it's helpful to mute the other strings when you do it, so you're not hearing the resonance from them. Okay, finally, I'm going to tune the major third, and then I'm going to tune it minor. So here's the G. Oh, you can hear, oh, it's tuned pure. No, sorry, tuned equal tempered, because you can hear beating very fast. If you just strum, before I tune it to pure tuning or just intonation, if you just strum the whole chord, it sort of blends in, and that's the trick of equal temperament, is that it just blends in. And we can kind of forgive that beating in major thirds, and that's the trick of equal temperament, is that thirds are a little bit out of tune, but they're close enough that we can kind of squint our ears, if you will, and ignore that beating. But now, so we can really hear it, I'm going to tune it pure major third, and it's a little sharp, so I brought it low. Careful, don't grab the wrong tuning peg. Did I know? Good. And there it is. You can hear it. It's just a little soft beating like this. Very slow. You have to hit the strings a few times. Also, I'm picking way back by the bridge just to let you know, and I'm finger picking like that. It helps that I have nails. You could use a pick, it's fine. But one of the reasons it helps is that I'm actually setting my thumb on the D string, and it's actually muting the D string, the 4th string, the 5th string, and the 6th string. Now you hear there's no beating between the G and the B. And you'll see that, like, if you try to do this sort of Keith Richards-y trick where you put your first finger on the first fret of the B string and your second finger on the second fret of the D string now, you're gonna end up with some problems. That sounds bad now. You have to actually stretch the string, bend it a little bit with your first finger to pull it in tune. But so many things sound great. I'm not going to get into that in detail today because I want to talk about tuning this in minor. So the way that we do that is we tune the third, this is the second string, this B string, we're going to tune it to a B flat. And the way we're going to do that pure is we're going to tune it a major third down from D, that D. So we're going to do the same tuning trick we just did, except now we're going to move it over one string. You can hear now, listen to this little. So now, what this is a D sharp right now. And I'm going to just lower the B string. I'm going to bring it below so I can then bring it up. It sounds kind of nasty if you're not used to it, honestly. And I find also if you pick way back close to the bridge, it can be a little bit overwhelming. But if you move your hand over the sound hole a little bit, you hear this pure minor. And it's a beautiful, beautiful sound, and it can really help you in terms of learning better absolute pitch perhaps, and especially relative pitch. Because the equal temper notes are just approximating these notes. And what it can really help with is helping your ear with learning how to bend your blues bends or other kinds of guitar bends in a way that's very musical. So, and I want to point this out in a way because we've looked at harmonic places on the string. You can play half the string and a third of the string and a quarter of the string and 1/5 of the string. And those places are excellent places to put a slide. And one thing that I want to show right now is that if you want to play this B flat in this open G minor tuning, if you want to match this tuning, where you'll find it, if I fret the note at the, let's see, what is that, the 8th fret? That's where the note is, but where the pitch is a little higher. I'd have to bend it up. So I actually put the slide, oops, excuse me. Just a little bit higher than the fret. It's actually, just a tad higher than that fret. And you hear it. It's very distinctive. You hear this sound in Spoonful by Howlin' Wolf. That spoon, that spoon, that spoonful. You can also get at that sound. So I would practice this so that you can hear this in this G minor tuning. And then a really good thing to do if you want to improve your ear is to sing in just intonation. I know that's scary for guitar players, but it's a really good idea. So, and the way to do it is just match pitch with that B, this now B flat string. In Sargon we would sing ga. Ga. And just match pitch with that and then listen to it in resonance with the higher string, which is the 5th. And then see if you can hold that tuning while you're playing the tonic or the G. Now I want to show you one other thing because we're guitar players and someplace that we can, because I was talking about how this will help get your bends in tune. So here I have a guitar in standard tuning, at least close to it. take it. Okay, fine. So what I wanted to point out was, oh, that blues sound, sometimes it pushes beyond it for a little bit of extra spice, but really what where this originates, I believe, is where it comes from. It's just pushing to that just intonated sound. And one way you can feel it and visualize it on the fretboard is to put your first finger at the 7th fret of the high E string in standard tuning, and then put your second finger at the 8th fret of the 2nd string. 7th fret of the 1st string, 8th fret of the 2nd string. I think I said it correctly that time. Okay, and then what you're going to do is just listen to this. This equal tempered major third. I don't think the guitar's in town, because it should beat more than that. I don't know if that beating's going to come across really well over the video. There's just a tiny bit of beating. And if I just bend the B string just the slightest amount, I'm going to move closer to the camera so you maybe can see a little better. But I'm just bending it the tiniest amount, and we have the same minor quality. And that's what I think these blues musicians were going for, because of course they were coming from Africa, where they had instruments that were just intonated. They had never experienced equal temperament before, and they were looking for those sounds on equal tempered instruments. And so as you're playing blues scales, which is what we all want to do, right? A good thing to think about is that that's where you're trying to intonate your minor thirds and your minor sevenths. Sevenths are also thirds. They are just a minor third up from the 5th, or a pure major third down from the 2nd degree is another way to look at it. It's a little bit outside of our mission today, but the idea being is that if I'm here, what you'll often hear really good players with really good tone and really good ears do is intonate those minor thirds, that G at the 3rd fret and the D at the 3rd fret of the B, because they're pushing it in tune to just intonation, to pure minor. That's why that sounds so good, and you'll hear it here. So if you learn to sing your minor thirds in tune, and perhaps even your minor sevenths in tune, then you'll be better at pushing them in tune, and people will say that you have great tone, which is pretty much what we're after. Okay, enjoy. If you have questions on that, you can put them in the comments, or you can reach out to me at my website, which is jamclass.com. I enjoy talking about this kind of stuff. Good luck.